Welcome to Immigration Quicktake. This is Ellie Rutledge Silver with the American Immigration Lawyers Association. Late last week, USCIS announced a proposed rule on the entrepreneurial parole that would take a step toward welcoming immigrant entrepreneurs. Here to share some information about the proposed rule is Marketa Lindt, AILA's second vice president. Marketa, thanks for joining me. What would this rule do?
Proposed rule would allow the government to provide parole status to entrepreneurs who could show that they are going to be able to start and build a company that would benefit the United States through economic growth and through the creation of jobs. And to be able to meet the criteria for this provision under the proposed rules, the person would need to fit into one of three categories. The first would be to show that they have an investment of capital of at least $345,000 from U.S. investors. The second category would be to show that the person has awards or grants of at least $100,000 from the government. And then there's a third catch-all category for somebody who doesn't neatly fit into one of the first two categories that I just mentioned. That's for somebody who partially satisfies one of those two criteria, and then in addition can make an argument and provide solid evidence of the potential that the enterprise is going to grow and create jobs, and really give the person some flexibility to make an argument based on the type of business that the entrepreneurial enterprise consists of. Now, it's important to remember that this is not a new status or a new immigration category. It's a specific use of the parole status, which is already in existence in the law. It just provides a framework to the government to be able to decide which level of entrepreneurial activity would qualify under this special type of parole. The parole would be granted potentially in two phases. First, there would be an initial 2-year grant, and then if the person qualified, there would be a potential 3-year extension. And the parole would also cover spouses and children of the entrepreneur, and the spouse could actually receive work authorization as well. Now, in terms of the potential reach, I think people are wondering how many people would this new category potentially affect. This is something new, so we're not certain at this point. In the proposed rule, the government estimates that there would be about 3,000 applicants a year, although there isn't a set cap. But we all know that immigrants are more than twice as likely as people born here to become entrepreneurs. So this new provision would provide an additional option for those immigrants to be able to move forward with their entrepreneurial enterprises.
Thanks, Marketa. What are some of the potential benefits?
So at this point, it's only a proposed rule, so we're not sure exactly how this will play out, but it is definitely at this point a welcome step. AILA has been advocating for years for ways for entrepreneurs who are immigrants to be able to have more opportunities in the United States, and this proposed rule really feels like it's a door being opened for more of those opportunities to be available to people to be able to create more jobs and to bring more investment money into the United States. In our office, we talk with all kinds of people who have great ideas, but they're not a good fit for other immigration categories, such as the H-1B, because they are not going to be working for a company or because of issues with the H-1B cap. For example, students who are reaching the end of their OPT time, who've got a great new idea for some kind of software or an app, or some of the very, very creative and energized people that are coming out of some of the tech incubators and other initiatives. But instead of being able to pursue those opportunities, typically those people need to take jobs with other companies rather than moving forward on their own creative ideas, or they take their great ideas and move to Canada or Australia or Germany or other places that are more welcoming to people with entrepreneurial ideas. And that's really a loss for our country.
What are the next steps?
Remember, again, this is only a proposed rule at the moment. There is a 45-day comment period, and AILA will be submitting a comment. And then if the final rule is beneficial and finalized, we hope to see it take effect by the end of the calendar year.
Thanks, Marketa, for joining me. For the rest of you, please stay tuned for more updates from the American Immigration Lawyers Association.